was like, I'm gonna be 3 different things that I've morphed together into one, and look, it's been done in this one campaign, one time only, so it is doable.
First off,
Gingy, I'm a fighter.
I'm not all about multi-class.
I'm a fighter.
That being said, I will be an artillerist.
Hey.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna do something with the voice. Odds are, though, I'm gonna practice really hard.
I
on the
see
voice
myself.
for like a month.
We actually have all of the
I know,
cameras.
Curly Bill.
And Curly Bill. Oh, the heavens have shined down upon us.
Come to me. Here. You fluffy butt. He's by you now.
Girls,
Welcome
where's the
to
girls?
Dungeons with Friends. Yes, so in our last session, we had one of the cameras not work, but now somehow they're all working. I'm not going to put too much weight on it because they stopped before.
You staple Velcro to your table?
No? Oh, those are like little clippies for the cables.
That feels like a staple.
Yep. It's stapled Velcro. Well, okay.
She asked, yeah. Did you
Oh,
Literally
She
what I
said,
asked.
did
I
you
know that's
staple
weird.
Velcro?
So
Staple.
you said the right thing. My brain heard, did you staple velvet? And I was going to say, no, I didn't do that. Yep.
Okay,
Anyways, actual Play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Do all the socials things. I have a TikTok. I have a thing. I do.
He's
really likes
addicted to
it.
TikTok.
I really like it. Actually, I'd like to make a TikTok right now. I think that would be a fun way for us to start our session. I just have to find the right sound.
Liz, where's the ripcord? Where's the ripcord to stop this?
There is none. You guys hang out. I just need to find the right sound.
So anyway,
Join our Discord. We'd love to talk to you if you actually want to talk to us. Oh,
Y'all can talk.
no, I'm trying to interact with our peeps. So, well, what I don't, you know,
everyone else in the room is on their phone except for.
I'm
So
interacting.
I'm just gonna talk.
I'm designing a one-shot.
And so, yeah. So let's talk about that. Soon we're gonna do the Christmas one shot, which personally is my favorite thing every year. And so definitely Gingy will make his reappearance. I'm super excited about that.
If someone wants to create a character for me, I'll do it. It's just gotta be Christmassy.
Okay.
No, I need you to
I'm ready.
create your own character for once so you know what it does.
That's a
Please,
load
for the love of
horseshit.
God.
I will sit with
No, it's
you and help you
absolutely
make it.
correct.
I will sit with you and help
I
you
will
make
quit.
it. Please, Brooks.
Okay. So we're gonna record a TikTok live. So you're all gonna be in
Doing
it.
what?
Are you ready?
Sure.
Just
Oh, what
Okay.
staring awkwardly at the
Nope.
camera?
Hang on.
Oh God, what is Kevin doing?
Has the shy one who occasionally becomes absolutely unhinged, the chaotic good who you are always worried about, the one who simply can't stop flirting, and a dad type.
Actually, pretty fucking accurate. That's actually
Yeah.
fairly impressive,
I
Kevin.
would actually share that on my own personal Instagram if you put that onto ours.
Yep.
Chaotic good who you are always
Ivros is the dad of the group, alright.
Yep.
You are like the sensible, practical one that tries to like make us have,
That's just to watch all the die.
I was gonna say like the least deadly options.
Okay. So yeah, I'm recording that. I'm putting that out there. Yep. So you guys may have just witnessed history. That was the first live streaming of a recorded TikTok. Anyway.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Other 21st century buzzwords. Yes. For inspiration, who wants to recap our last episode?
And one of the guys from the chat joined. What was his name? Evan?
Ian.
Ian. Whoa.
Lola,
Yeah.
she's forward.
That nose is like.
Yeah. She says, "Hey, buddy.
She's got like a homing, like a
Yep.
targeting
that's my
system.
crush.
Something's going on. Let me
Yeah,
smell your
So-
You
dick."
want to read
What happened last time was everybody decided once we got to the city, we needed to figure out what all was going on, what we all wanted to do. So we decided to split up and just investigate the city, see if we could learn more about what's happening.
We got.
Lola.
We all decided to split up. Judy decided to go investigate. No, wait. Oh, yeah. More about the man in the bag, the weird boogeyman we heard about.
Woogie, woogie.
Matilda was going to go investigate stuff.
Well,
It's fine. She's cute.
Yes, Zach, this is live.
Avros went to investigate the weird ziggurats that are around the city and found one is used as a crypt to the god Neb. There's another that is an infirmary that is to the god Set, who he spent the day helping to heal so he could learn more about the different gods and the city's religions. Orion decided to help a poor criminal on the street, a street rat who is a full-ass grown adult man, after he got caught by the guard to pay it off, which was really nice of him. While in his child form, he walked up to the vendor, paid him gold, gave the guy who tried to steal gold so he wouldn't have to steal again. So they ran away, or the man who he stole from ran away. John followed him, beat up his leader and all of his friends, knocked him the fuck out, tried to find a dumpster to hide him in so he could interrogate him. The man had several nervous breakdowns, eventually just wouldn't stop crying, managed to get away from him, to which John sprinted through the city screaming at him, "I just wish to talk," until he got very lost and managed to find his way back to where the group planned to meet up, right at the end of the day when everybody's about to get back.
Look,
Very good.
didn't
Take
do
inspiration.
anything wrong.
You didn't.
Yes. And so, your party has split. You're all exploring the different parts of Muhar, the largest city in Hakarir, the domain of dread you are currently in. We will now cut to Judy. Judy and Van Richten have decided to pair together to find out more about the Bagman.
okay, so quick question. Who has the bag of holding of our group? Everest does?
No, you did. I took it the last time.
Okay.
I don't know. No, it's normally yours. Yeah, you have it.
So, Everest.
Yes.
Can I hold the bag of holding to conduct an experiment?
If you're going to try to summon the Bagman,
No, God, no. I want to take it and say to people like, hey, so I heard that there's a
make this conversation
bag.
to him. I was incorrect. He has the bag.
Oh, well, we're not together. Then never mind. Okay. All right. So we're together. No, we went away. Okay. It's just me.
Talk to the murder child.
I'm on my own. Okay.
No, you have Van
So.
Richten.
Yeah, that's right. You were with Van Richten,
Oh yeah.
who probably has a bag of holding of his own.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So I would like to go. I would like to see if there's any kind of vendors that look to be like fortune tellers or kind of gypsy-esque, kind of spiritual.
Okay. You look around the market, and it seems as though the market itself is very practical.
Okay.
There's the same
Commercial.
the magic items person that you've seen, but you don't see anyone that really kind of meets that
All right.
definition.
Let me go hit that magic person.
Okay. You come back up to her. She goes, "Oh, you're back.
Yes. Hey, good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you
Thank you
too.
for that food recommendation, by the way.
Oh, did you
was
like it?
Excellent.
Yeah, the garlic sauce is what really makes it. Yeah.
Well, it was so great. I have another question for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I wondered, is there anyone here who does like palm readings or, talks to you about spirituality or your future or anything like that?
She sort of like looks at you kind of confused for a second. She goes, "I'm vaguely familiar with palmistry and those sorts of things. It's not really a thing we have here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But if you're looking for somebody to potentially divine something, which seems to be what you're kind of hinting at, you might look at the Temple of Ise." And she sort of looks to the skyline and points to one of the taller ziggurats. It's sort of, the rest of them are sort of squat and very sort of traditional. This one is almost more like an obelisk, probably 12, 13 stories up to a single point.
And it's an Issei?
Issei, yes.
Issei. Okay. Thank you, Sugar.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So I'm going to make my way to that temple.
Okay. So yeah, so you go Van Richten sort of in tow, and Van Richten comes up to you and goes, "What is it you're looking for?"
Well, here's my thing.
Curly B.
If I can get... If
You
I
need
can
to
get...
show off the fur baby. Show off the fur
I don't want to
baby.
distress him.
Everyone loves the fur baby.
I know, but I don't want to freak him out.
If I can get some type of reading or some type of divination... See, you know, Mama Eva, back in Barovia, she had a lot of good insights. So I was thinking, if I could find that person here, maybe they could give some more insights into not only this legend of the Bagman, but also into how things might work out for us here.
And
Some strategies we might use or some resources we might find.
so Van Richten goes, "These make sense to me." And
I'm so glad you're with me.
he sort of like wheels behind you. And yeah, you all, you walk. This one is a little further away from the market. It's probably about a 30-minute walk away. But you sort of go, and at first the traffic sort of slows down as you're sort of going through the town. But as you get closer to this temple, it picks back up. And you see that there are people coming and going from this temple, sort of unlike how I've described theirs. This one is sort of bustling with life and movement, and people going in and out. You see that there's a set of 8 large double doors, 16 doors in total, at the front of this huge obelisk. As you've now come up on it, you realize the immensity of it. And you approach it, and there are people, throngs just coming in and out of this building.
I just want to get in the groove and follow my way in.
Okay. Yeah, you and Van Richten find your way up the stairs and in, and you sort of look around, and all over there's just movement and sort of people. There doesn't seem to be any sort of control over the movement. People just seem to naturally kind of go where they're meaning to, and they seem to be approaching these small white altars all around, with a person at the front of them with a large eagle's head mask that they're wearing.
Are the people... Is it like a one-on-one type of thing?
You look around, there are some that are one-on-ones. There are some where it's a group of people set before them.
Are they giving an offering, or is it just approaching them and speaking?
It's kind of a great mess of things. Like some people have taken are taking goods and setting it before them. You can't tell if it's an offering or what they're doing. You can see that some of them are just talking. Some of them have papers in front of them. It just sort of seems like there's a lot of general business that's done here.
So I kept a hold of the, I'm going to call it baklava.
Mm-hmm.
I kept a hold of it. So I'm going to pull that out.
Okay.
And I'm going to wait in line to approach the next person that's available.
Okay. It's not long before you can sort of wait in a queue and find your way to one of these representatives. So you find your way up to the dais, and you're expecting there's sort of this presence of this person sitting at this dais wearing this eagle mask, hands on the dais, and the voice does not match the gravitas of the moment at all. They go, "Can I help you?"
Hello. My name's Judy Blackstock.
"Hello."
Keep rubbing in
And
that last
I'm
name.
new here, and I was hoping that I might come and have a reading of sorts, a divination, but I'm not familiar with the process here. I was hoping you might help me.
"You are a traveler."
Yes.
And you listen, and none of the other representatives have this voice.
Great.
You seem to have picked the one.
Got the squeaky
Perhaps
wheel on the
there's
cart.
the reason this line moved faster.
Oh, okay.
And you come up, and he goes, "The blessings of Isa be upon you." And he reaches down and takes a piece of what appears to be almost half of an olive bush and sort of shakes it, and it sort of leaves this big trail of smoke over him. And he goes, "You peer beyond into the future." And he asked this as a question.
I would like to do that, yes.
Goes, "What do you offer to the great god Ise?"
I have this dessert.
And he looks down at it, and he raises his hand and smashes it into the altar and rubs it into the altar. So for a second you think maybe this is a sign of rejection, but no, it appears to be sufficient. And he goes, "Ask your question."
Just one?
Yes.
I would like to know what resources await me and what path to follow in this land.
And he sort of shakes the olive branch and lets the sort of soot fall on him as gravitas is briefly broken as a piece of soot falls into the eye hole of his mask, and he comes back to it. And there is a brief moment where the ineptitude of this man is broken. There is a beat for just a moment where there's earnestness in this sort of moment between you. And he looks down and he goes, "The right path will find you. They will come to you."
Oh.
"Ise be with you." And he sort of like shoos you away.
Thank you, sugar.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do
So
next?
as Van Richten and I leave, I'll say, well, I guess that went well.
I suppose as good as it could have gone, but
I was kind of hoping for more of like a sit down kind of thing, like maybe have tea and they read the tea leaves for me or something.
didn't it feel rushed?
Yeah, but you know they got a lot of people to serve, so maybe they got like an expedited system here.
I saw people doing like business deals, like maybe this is like a one-stop kind of shop kind of thing.
Maybe it's kind of like when you go to the grocery store and you can also cash your check or get you a money order too, or sometimes pay your light bill. Anyway. Well, I guess we can just head on back. This is a long ass walk, so we can just go on back to meet the group after this point. Tell them what we found.
Okay. And so you do. And so there is one person left to play, and that is Matilda. Matilda, what are you doing?
Just quietly observing people, looking for the guards to watch them.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You make an insight check.
You got this. You got this.
And for the time you're spending, you can make it with advantage.
It's a 20.
No. 11.
So, you spend some time watching the comings and goings of people, and you're very used to reading people. You know what they look like, you know how they move. And again, the guards don't have insignias. But again, it becomes very clear to you who they are. And kind of quickly you become bored with this because you realize, well, that's a guard. Guard, 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 guard. It's kind of like once you know how to spot an undercover cop car, you're like, I know where they are. But something else catches your eye. As you're watching the people come and go, you notice that very deliberately people are wearing monochromatic clothes with no designs on them. If they're wearing a colored robe, it's a single color. But as you've sat there and watched these people for a couple of hours, you've noticed 2, maybe 3, instead of having a single color on their robes, wear a solid white robe with a picture of a tall black humanoid person on it. And it's a simple humanoid figure drawn. It's got a small head, a long, slender body. And it strikes you as odd and these people stand out. And as you're watching them, you notice more and more of them. Sort of as the day goes on and the sun begins to set, what was 1 over an hour is now 2, 3. And as your friends are about to approach, you're starting to see quite a few of them now mixed in. What do you do?
I'm gonna follow one of them.
Okay. So you follow one of them. This one is distinctive because he's got a bald shaved head and a small sort of soul patch. It's sort of a very distinct. He's wearing the sort of dark, thick black under the eye makeup that you haven't seen other people wear. And it's not long before you follow him, and he stops, and he goes, "How peculiar. You're looking for me, and yet I'm looking for you."
Are you looking for me, or is that just something you're saying because you know I'm right behind you?
And he turns around, and you see this sort of glassy-eyed expression as he looks at you. And he looks and he goes, "I seek you with great purpose."
Well, then who am I?
"I don't know.
Well, then how do you know you're seeking me?
I serve the one that watches."
Strahd?
Oh, that's ominous.
And he goes, "Very good. That was the name." And you see now he sort of raises his hand, and 2 or 3 of the people in the crowd also sort of raise their hands and sort of gather around him in a quasi-threatening sort of way. It is unusual to have these people in this flowing, moving crowd suddenly start to move with deliberation to you. He goes, "Why are you here?"
I honestly don't know. We're trying to help out a friend. But I mean, I would say friend. I personally think the guy's cool, but I don't necessarily think everyone in my group is a fan of him.
You don't know why you're here.
No. But you caught my attention because I was watching people observing when we're kind of all doing that in the group, and everyone kind of looks the same, and then all of a sudden all of y'all started popping out and started noticing more and more of y'all.
We should speak.
That's what we're doing right now.
She's not wrong.
Follow me.
Okay.
And you don't know if it's by happenstance, but he leads you back to where your group was regrouping. And at this point, you're getting close to the time where everyone was supposed to be coming back together. And he and 5 of his followers sort of follow in line behind them. As they're sort of walking with you, you see the crowd deliberately part and sort of give deference to these people. And you.
Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
Are we the baddies?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you all sort of like
I
turn.
might act like a murder hobo. This doesn't happen to me though.
You turn down the alley where you all had lunch, and
And no one's with us. Like, it's just
this crew and you.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And now what I'd like for each of you to roll a d4.
Borrow one.
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 1.
4.
John dies.
So
Do not fuck this up. What do I do? Because I know you're gonna be like, oh, I haven't even paid my wife. Let me go ahead and shoot one of them.
So these people are standing in the alleyway with you. They've just sort of sat down, and you hear steps coming down the alleyway, and it is Orion.
In child form.
I'm just gonna look at you and give you that look of don't.
I'm just gonna walk.
No, go
Ryan's
away.
just walking.
No,
John, I'm serious.
He did
Orion's
not.
just wiping
He
the blood off of his
Taylor-
I'm
gauntlet.
going to watch what's gonna happen.
No, just go.
And
Go
it-
away.
No.
You last time you just watched what was gonna happen, you chopped someone's fucking head off, John. I'm so not in the mood to deal with this. I'm not in the mood to deal with you. You have ruined so much of what I wanted to do in
She's
this
calling you
game.
John. This is real.
So go the fuck away.
And
That's what the look I'm giving you says.
as you're doing this, these people are looking between you like they're watching a tennis match.
Yeah.
What is Van Richten doing?
No, go.
not there yet.
I don't need you. If I need you, I will use our secret call that we came up with a long time ago.
I'm gonna watch from a distance.
I don't fucking care. You better not be in this
I'm gonna watch from a distance.
Okay. You go and watch from a distance. The men and women in this group all sort of sit on the ground elegantly in this sort of cross-legged stance, and they invite you to do the same. And
Cross applesauce.
and the man that you've been speaking to goes, "How much of this land do you know?"
Well, like, it depends. In this lifetime, I don't know. But I don't know. I could have been in here another lifetime. That I'm not sure on.
And they all sort of like look to each other for a moment. Make an insight check.
Okay. Oh, I know what that is. 18.
They seem incredulous. And they all sort of look to each other, and he goes,
Really, I don't know this land well.
he goes,
But I observe a lot. And that's kind of what I like to do.
he goes, "You are traveling with a man named Strahd.
I'm actually trying to learn him as well.
I see. You observe. You
Can I just
watch.
become Strahd real quick?
Yeah.
That way they can see that.
You do, and a few of them sort of are taken back, but the person you're talking to just sort of leans forward. He goes, "We serve he who watches."
Okay.
And he gestures to the insignia on his chest. He goes, "He stands above in the sky and watches. He sees all. He knows all. We serve him. He speaks to us. He speaks through us." And in saying that, all the rest of them sort of like raise their hands in this sort of like holy gesture. And he goes, "We serve a great purpose, and we believe that you serve a great purpose here." He goes, "What do you know of Ankh-Topot?"
Nothing I can recall off the top of my head, but I have heard it been talked about. Primarily by, he's with us, Van Richten.
Okay, and they nod. Make another insight check.
8.
Don't really get a read on that name. And they, he looks back and he goes, "Ankh-Topot rules this land completely. And he is a cruel man. It is debated as to whether he is even human anymore at this point. And what he seeks is his soul long lost. We call it his Ka. And our order, we who see, the brothers of Sute, we know the ritual to regain this Ka, and we have been seeking those who are worthy. Sute, our overseer, you seem distressed."
Well, worthy. That tends to come back to sacrifice, and I'm getting a cult vibe from this, so...
And he sort of looks around
Do I have to, like, pay a fee to get, like, another level?
I don't. And you see him, he looks up to the sky for a second. He goes,
Is this really the one?
and
Is
you
this really the one?
and that's the vibe you get. And he gives a slight shrug. He goes, he is sure.
Okay. Well,
And
listen,
he shrugs at you
Yeah.
too. He's like,
I've always wanted to be a part of something greater, so I'm definitely intrigued.
very good.
And is the other soul, like what you're talking about, Irene?
I do not know this name.
So part of what we're not helping Strahd with, but part of what we know about Strahd is that at some point, something that we kind of consider to be a person was taken from him. And he has never quite been the same without it. And he's kind of always hunting it down. And he called her by a different name. I don't believe the name was Irene. Irene was someone else's name. Tatiana. I think.
And does he?
Okay, no, that's fine. I just am trying to tell you what I know.
Oh, okay,
But I don't think Octopont and Strahd are the same
okay.
person. Yeah.
And he seems to be getting a little out of his depth.
What do I need to do?
And he goes,
Shave my head?
no. He goes, to seek the Ka is a holy ordeal. And he goes, are your companions to rejoin you?
We're supposed to meet up, but they kind of know that I'm kind of the wild card of the group sometimes, and I'll just disappear. Well, no, we're both wild cards of the groups. I mean, changelings. So I'm known in my group for disappearing, and so they're not going to necessarily be too concerned.
And so this person with great gravitas goes, how long are we going to wait?
What do you mean?
They don't want to be alone with you.
Well, I just...
Oh, y'all want the group?
Well, yes.
Okay, I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to do the circle thing to gather everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, and at this point, you and Van Richten and you come back.
And I'm going to shift into not murder child.
So wait,
Yeah.
does this mean I'm not the special one the group is? That sucks.
And so you all rejoin, and you see what I've described before, this group of men and women wearing all white with this black
shit.
smear.
Holy shit! I'm gonna smack Van Richten and say, Esai, people was right. That was right. Look, these people found us.
And you say this name, and the person who's sort of leading this group, he goes, you would do well to not trust the people of Issei or any of the other gods of this realm, for they are falsehoods.
But also, so we've got Sect for healing, Neb for like taking care of dead people, Issei for like knowledge-y stuff. What
Yes.
other gods are there? So we know how to best avoid them.
So he describes them to you. He says there is Anu. And he goes, I will tell you these are all false gods. Anu, who judges the fate of the dead. Issei, who presides over life and the living.
Thank God you're taking notes.
Neb, who guards the path of the dead. Oru, who orders the heavens and all beneath. Usa, who controls death and the dead. Sek, who heals the sick and cultivates life. And then there is the one true God, Sute. We are the Brotherhood of Sute.
So
Okay.
what
is the role of Suit?
Sute is the one who watches, and they all sort of look up to the sky.
Now I'm
soup?
going to kind of do it just to fit in.
Soup or suit?
Sute, S-U-T-E.
If I look up into the sky,
soup.
it's just
Good
the sky, right?
It's just a sky.
Look, if it's that good to worship it,
Good soup.
Well, okay, I do apologize for, speaking of the other, as you know, we're new here, so still trying to learn everything.
Do they know that? What else going on? I have no idea. Who are you people?
Oh, I'm just assuming we don't quite fit in. I'm assuming y'all know, not from here.
Yes, we know.
Okay.
And he knows.
So, Matilda, how's it going over here?
It's good.
Who are these people?
Okay.
Are you,
Okay.
are you still in Strahd form?
Oh, no.
Who are these people?
It's funny because you all saw Strahd sitting crisscross applesauce on the ground
know.
and went, "That's Matilda."
Yeah. No, so these people are good.
Are they?
No, so can you let me talk, Orion? We talked about this in marriage counseling. I'm kidding.
No. No, it was just a question I had for the
No,
DM.
I know.
Do any of them look threatening?
Would I be sitting there if they were threatening?
Yes.
But do they have like knives and stuff? Like
make an
that.
make an insight check.
No, these people, though, they were chosen. They actually are looking for us.
insight? You said? What?
Yeah.
Insight.
I mean, they were looking for me, and they asked when the rest of the group was coming, and seemed a little uncomfortable when I said that, we can make them wait.
We
No obvious weapons, and they don't seem threatening.
the chosen ones.
And Suit looks at you all, or not Suit, the guy looks at you all and goes, and he looks back up, and looks back down and goes, "Yes."
Okay.
Okay, so this is the second time that we've been hearing this, and I gotta be honest, the first time that this happened, it did not end well. It was a trick. And so, how do we know that you're not just being tricky with us?
How do we know this doesn't end with my heart ripped out of my chest?
He goes, "Suit sees all and speaks only truth."
And if we asked Sect, would he say that he's the only one that's real and true, and that you guys are full of shit?
I don't know. We care not for his opinion.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
so
What's the next step?
what would Suit have us do? What are we chosen for?
Suit has advised us to reveal to you the rituals through which you may retrieve the Ka of Onktopot.
That's the name.
The what?
The Ka, the soul of Onktopot. Because I explained to your friend.
He's looking for, like, basically his missing soul, like his other half. I think, like, he has his own Tatiana, like Strahd does.
Speaking of,
And I think that that's what we're being helped. But does anyone know where Strahd went?
that's just. Can I look around and see if Strahd's anywhere?
You may all make perception checks, and you may make an advantage because if you have a release.
18.
That's a 1 and a 6.
What is it, perception?
Thank God, one of us can do it.
11.
8.
No sign.
For her though, 18.
No sign of
That
him.
probably means we had to roll a nat 20.
Okay, come on. Then let's go. Let's go before he gets here. Come on.
No, I'm not going. I'm going to stay. I don't care if y'all go, but I want to know more about what this is and what they need us for.
We're going with them. Like, let's go
I
with
don't
them.
think we're leaving. I think we're sitting on the ground still.
Oh, we have nowhere to go.
What do we need to do?
He goes,
Hang on, I got a question about this Ka. Okay, so when you complete this ritual and summon the Ka,
Do I just put
what
that in a jar?
happens?
he goes,
Is it like something tangible? Does it like go to the person it's supposed to? Do you have
Does
to
it
like
possess
direct it
us?
somewhere?
and
And then when they get it, what happens to them? Do they die? Can they finally be at rest? I have so many questions about this.
he goes, this realm is cursed by Onktopot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's how it is for Strahd.
And Suit, the one who sees, the one who watches, wishes to free this realm.
Okay.
So are we supposed to give the Ka to the guy?
We're supposed to find out what he wants, and then once I think we provide him with that, he will then release the.
He goes, Suit has not revealed all. Suit has only given the information necessary.
Okay.
All right. Well, then tell us how to do it.
Are we supposed to kill him? Or are we supposed to retrieve his other half? What are we doing?
They don't know. They just know to give us the ritual. So let's have it. What you got?
Goes, very well. And he
Involve peace pipes.
he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small scroll that I don't have. And he reads it aloud. And what he tells you is that there are 2 storms in what are called the Sands of Sute, which are the great kind of desert that's over the labyrinth. And that you must pass the trials of both of these storms to be blessed with the Ka of Onctopot. There are 2 storms. They each have names, and they are perennial. They go almost all the time. There is the Breath of the Forgotten and the Breath of the False. And to get Onctopot's Ka, you have to pass the trial in both.
Now, are these literal storms?
He goes, yes.
Breath of the Forgotten and Breath of the
Breath of the False.
And
Okay, so what does this entail? What are these trials?
because he was set up by your guy, so like he can tell us how to just walk through that shit, right?
And they look up to the sky and look back down. He has revealed only what is necessary.
Yep. So how do we get
I think
through
he's
these?
really overestimating our abilities.
How do we find the storms? How do we find them so we can get through them?
He goes, you will find them in the Sands of Sute.
So you were to walk out into the desert and hope to run into a storm, then pass the trial, walk back into the desert, find a different storm, pass its trial, and then come back?
Okay, can we have a place to stay for the night?
We'll figure that out after the creepy people have
So they look at you and they go, we know what he has told us. We take the rest on faith.
Do you have any more information for us?
No?
Hey, wait.
Let's go.
Have y'all guys, or, anybody, y'all ever heard Onctopot be called the land? Like people say he is ancient, he is the land.
It is an accurate description, but I have not heard him called that.
Okay. And so, can you give us a description of Onctopot? And also tell me, what's the likelihood of us running into him?
She goes, I have never seen Onctopot,
Oh,
but there are many engravings and imageries of him.
Is he the dog-head man on the top of every tower?
No. He goes, that is
another person.
Anu. He goes, Onctopot presents himself as a humanoid in all black with a large gold spider-shaped headdress.
Out of curiosity, how is he? Is he great? Is he chummy? Like, is he just...
Oh, he's
Says-
dead. He's missing half his soul.
Onctopot
Yes.
is cruel, cold, evil incarnate.
So, what's the likelihood we're going to run into him? Trying to do
In the
these
Sands of
trials?
Sute? Highly unlikely.
Okay.
Does he want his car?
Yes.
And if he gets his car, what happens?
We know what we know.
Okay.
I don't like y'all.
Well, okay. I have another question though. If we perform this ritual and we're able to get his car, does the same ritual work for other individuals as well? Because our guy Strahd, same situation. He's a real asshole.
Let's not say anything bad.
He's looking around. Oh God, I didn't mean that. I just mean he's.
Don't see him.
You just hear
he's-
Strahd whisper in your ear. It's true.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a little
He's
bit
not
uppity.
wrong.
He's real.
He's not
difficult.
wrong.
He's real difficult. He's different. We could also describe him as being very cold and whatnot. So we're trying to get his claw back as well. So if we do this ritual for Onctopot, we're gonna do this ritual for Strahd. Would it work also?
We know what we know.
Damn. Okay. Well, when you're good, you're good, and when you ain't. You know.
They look to each other at this with great confusion.
All right. Well, y'all got anywhere we can stay for the night?
They don't even have a place where they can
Where
stay.
do y'all stay? Like a. What?
We stay under his vision.
They literally sleep on the streets.
Oh.
We'll find a room.
That's sus.
This whole thing is sus. So you were entirely correct. Good job.
Cool.
And
Did I say that?
he looks up. He goes,
I'm in normal, not.
"Our work is done." And he stands up. The people behind him stand up, and he goes, "May the blessing of Sute be upon you."
Y'all.
If we get into trouble, do y'all have anything like a symbol that we could use to get out of trouble?
And he gestures to the symbol that's on his robes, which is the long, elongated black silhouette.
Is this like a medallion or is this embroidered on his clothes?
It's painted on his robes.
I was wanting more of a symbol to be like, oh, we need out of the city.
They've already
Pay the
started
toll.
walking away from you.
Okay, so I know they were talking about these other gods are false and whatnot, but Van Richten and I went to the ziggurat of Esai, and I got a divination there. I gave them some dessert as a sacrifice, as an offering, and they said the people that you seek will find you. So I think there's some truth to that. I don't think everybody else is false god.
I'm entirely with you. That's a solid possibility. Additionally, that sounds like a fortune cookie. It might have just got lucky.
No, because see, when I was finding this guy, when I was following this guy, he said that exact thing. He goes, "You're seeking me, but really I'm seeking you."
Ooh, creepy.
Also,
Thank you, Henrikton.
here's a question. How do we know this doesn't end with us on a sacrificial?
We
altar?
don't.
Yes, you should be very careful of that. They seem to be really into that here.
Really don't want heart ripped out or insert organ in.
Kalima! Kalima! I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I mean, we're gonna have to talk to Strahd about this and see. I mean, Van Richten, what is your opinion?
Van Richten, do you have a heart?
Anyway, I don't know. I mean, it's the only lead we have at this point. I think that going into the desert is foolhardy.
Rotting.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm
And
gonna
you
say.
all remember that the desert is very inhospitable. That it is blazingly hot in the day, freezing cold at night, and just a miserable place to be.
As you say that to the Texans sitting in before you.
Yeah, but you all remember it's like bitterly freezing, like below zero at night and over 100 degrees during the day.
It's okay, but I got a plan for that. We're gonna go back through the ruins that we were at, go back to the portal that we originally saw, rearrange the gems, and hopefully it'll put us out at random spots and we can poke our heads out, see if we see a storm, and then if not, fuck back off and try a different one.
Actually, that's a fantastic idea.
This makes sense to me.
Well,
So let's find a place to stay for the night. Strahd will find us. I know he will. He won't leave us alone.
so we'll go back toward the city and see if there like any.
Yeah. People here speak Dwarvish, right?
I speak everything.
Well, yeah, you read
I
it
read
at least.
everything.
Yeah.
I think that's actually one of my things.
Yeah, so it doesn't take you all long to read through the signs, which again are in sort of this sort of broken, common dwarvish hybrid, to find a place that seems to bill itself as an inn.
I do speak
And-
Dwarvish
Yeah.
and Elvish.
It is unlike the places you've been where it's typically a bar and restaurant on the bottom floor, rooms above. This is just rooms. And so you go up to the front, and there's a woman. Can I help you?
Can we get a couple rooms?
How many?
2?
2? 2? It'll be 5 silver.
Done.
Trees around here?
You have not seen a tree.
3, please.
You can share with me, sugar. It's okay.
We can cuddle.
I'll give you a break at 6. 6 silver for the 3 rooms.
Oh, I thought you were saying if you buy 6 rooms, you get the 4th one free.
Ooh. So she offers us 3 rooms for 6 silver.
That's
Done.
2, and then Van Richten and Strahd can share.
Yep.
They can spoon.
Yep. Okay. So you all find your rooms for the evening. Anything else anyone's doing before you all bunk down?
The city we're in is surrounded by the desert, right?
Yes. So what you've seen is that there's the desert going off into the distance where you've come from, and then there is out of nowhere this giant lake behind it. It seems like an oasis in the desert, and then the city's on the lake.
Okay. I'm just gonna, while no one's paying attention, I'm just gonna sneak out and go to like the edge of the city and just look out into the desert
Okay.
to see if I can see anything.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Can I try to see if I see her?
18.
That's
No.
That's my passive.
No. Yeah. So you sit out there, and it's hard to tell. You're not sure what sort of storm you're looking for. There are dunes everywhere, and there's a sort of blowing wind, and you're not sure if you see storms in the distance or if it's just the dunes or the dust in the sky. Eventually, it's hard to even tell where the horizon is in this desert. It's so disorienting. But you don't see anything where you're like, that's the storm.
Okay. Okay, then I'll head back in.
Yeah. After a while, you do hear someone matching the steps behind you as you're walking, and you hear a voice.
You found Daddy.
Yep. You hear he says, "I take it your search was fruitful."
Yeah, we've been contacted by, Octopus people. Or Suit.
Oh, Onctopot, yes.
Yeah, that one. I can't remember his name.
I've done my own searching and I learned some things as well.
They said that they were searching for us.
Yeah.
That the one that sees all is looking for us to help him find his other half, so to speak. Which is weird because I kind of got the whole Tiana vibe or Tatiana vibe from you that, you gave off with Irene.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
The similarities that I'm noting.
Are you Octopus? No. Are you sure?
Fairly.
Because you disappeared shortly after we got here. And when I said Strahd, they said that's the one.
Because I was hungry. And you suddenly look down and notice that there is this long trail of blood coming from his mouth.
Oh, Strahd.
Now,
Who'd you kill?
I don't know. Didn't catch his name.
I love that. Very cool. Well, they seem to know an awful bit about us, almost like they were expecting us.
Yes, I find that is the bit that I found the most disconcerting. And he sort of takes his water jug and washes his face off. And wipes it off. Yes, unusual. That is perhaps the part I don't like. I don't like not having the advantage.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way. To me, I feel like no matter where I go, there is a set of eyes on me at all times. And I'm normally someone that's the watcher, and so I'm not used to being the watchee, and
It's
discomforting.
It is disconcerting. I will not be traveling with you.
Why?
Because that is what they expect.
Can we get a hold of you if we need to?
I'll be around.
Okay, but what if we really need you? Because there's anything we can do to let you know we're desperate?
I'll know. And he looks off into the desert.
Gonna go build a dimmadome.
Welcome to the Dimdale Dimmadome.
Hey, turn my name is Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimdale Dimmadome. No, and he looks off into the desert.
Isn't that Fairly Odd Parents?
Yes, and he looks
We're being
off.
Divorced. If you had to ask that,
No, I was like
Doug
95.
Dimmadome of the Dimsdale
Sorry.
Dimmadome.
Oh, here
Doug
comes.
I
Dimmadome,
was
owner
like
of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
I was like 95% sure that was
Dinkelberg.
Fairly Odd Parents. There was the 5% it was like, is that Jimmy Neutron?
Anyways, okay.
But yes, so he looks out into the
Where will you
desert.
be?
He goes, "I'll be in the sand."
Oh, before you go, storms. We have to find 2 storms. We have to find the storms of those forgotten, or the breath of the forgotten and breath of the false.
Do we know anything else about these storms?
No, we have to get through them to be able. We have to basically get through them to be able to gain access to Onctopus.
Okay, I will.
Do you know those at all? Any type of storm? Is it rain? Is it
I don't know.
We have to go to a homeless shelter. I mean, I have no idea.
I will do my own reconnaissance and reach out if I
don't think
need your assistance.
Avros will let me.
And you see him, he's already starting to dissolve into dust. He goes off.
You're correct.
Okay. Go back to your
You're
room.
just whispering, I don't think Avros will let me go to a homeless shelter. That is correct.
That is
Will
correct.
not.
You will not. Van Richten will stop you.
The DM will stop you.
Yep. All right. Anything else y'all are doing before you bed down for the night?
Well, so is it, am I in my own room or Avros with me?
I think the idea was you two were bunking,
Okay.
right?
All right. So while Avros is busy, preening, not paying attention, I'm just going to quietly whisper, do a little prayer. I'm going to say, Esai, if you're there, thank you for telling me through your person that the people were going to find me that need to find me. And I feel like you can be a true God, and their people can be a true God too. Like there could be many gods, because this feels connected to me. So thank you for that, and please keep watching over us and helping us stay on the right path. Amen. And now also, Sute, hi there. Thank you for having your people talk to us and explain the things we need to do. If you can give us more information, like about how to fight through the trials. I just feel like you're really overestimating us, but you're the God, so you know best. But anyways, thank you. Please watch over us. Keep everybody safe. Amen. Yeah, I'm ready for bed.
You hear all this.
Oh yeah, there's like 20 eyeballs on that cloak. You look up after praying, and one of them's just staring straight at you.
I'm just saying. I'll let her go to sleep. I'm out.
Okay.
I will send a prayer to El Mater. I don't know if you can see me over here, but I'm trying real hard to keep everyone alive, and I don't think it's gonna go real well in the next couple of days. Lend me your strength. Thank you.
No faith. No faith.
No, there is none.
Okay.
I'm an angel.
What do you guys do now?
Maybe like the biblical kind that are made of like eyeballs and 30 wings each, set ablaze with unholy fire. Maybe that kind of angel.
Yeah, the biblically accurate angel. In that case, we'll go ahead and let y'all bed down for the night. And I think that's where we're going to end the episode. Y'all got another one in you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to take another 10-minute break.
Yeah.
And we'll be back. Let's shoot for 1:15 a.m. CT. Bye.